Hello everybody and welcome to Forever Rugby for today's preview as the Pumas take on the Griquas in Nelspruit tomorrow night in the first match of the second round of the 2020 Carling Currie Cup, and a very big opportunity for both sides to try and get their first victory of the Currie Cup. And for the Griquas, the first victory since returning to competitive rugby. The Pumas won the match in Kimberley during the Super Rugby Unlocked, and will be looking to try and get their first victory against the Griquas. However, I think on current form, the Griquas are probably playing better rugby, especially when they will take a lot of confidence from the fact that they probably should have beaten the Lions last weekend, whereas the Pumas got pretty much decimated by Sharks because they were very sloppy and very poor. However, you know, there is a certain amount of positive within the Pumas camp because you know, I think that if you look at the Sharks thing, if they can get rid of the errors they were making, you know, there were moments where they if they could just convert the chances, it would have been a much closer scoreline. But the Griquas on that will definitely be the more confident of the sides moving into this weekend's clash. Before we look at the teams itself, please do subscribe to the channel, bottom right-hand corner there. Smash a like, jump in the comments, let me know what you think is going to happen in this clash. I'm going to start with the Griquas side, which is largely unchanged. The big absentee is no Gideon van der Merwe, who is out for this weekend. So Southern Kings loanee Cyril Bellerman will start for the Griquas. Apart from that, it's a very, very settled side. And I thought Zach Berger and James Verity were particularly good last weekend. They were in our Super Currie Cup team of the week. Zach Berger, the captain, leads from the front. You know, brings a lot of energy. Very good at sort of organising the thing. And just when he plays, well, he's just been their most consistent performer, really. And when the Griquas play well, it's generally because he's having a very, very good game. And if the Griquas are to get their first win of the season, then it's going to be a lot down to what he and Tiens de Beer can do in that 9-10 combination. It's a very settled pack, and I think it's a pack that will try and dominate the Pumas. You know, RJ Smith has been playing particularly well. Johan Momsen, Stefan Willems, Cyril Velleman will be interesting to see how that loose trio does as well. Cameron Lindsay has been sort of in and out of the side, but brings a lot to the table as well, and a fairly solid front row, which was standing up to the Lions, which is a lot of credit to them because the Lions front row is pretty powerful at the moment. But so if they can try and get the front foot on the Pumas, then they've got the backs to punish them. And James Verity particularly has been playing some very nice rugby when he has been playing, and will be a very vital part of the Griquas' effort tomorrow night. And you know, I'm hoping for a really close game and a really good game, because both sides have shown a decent amount of improvement as the competition has worn on. And to be fair, the Griquas were probably playing the better rugby before they lost to the Pumas, but then the Pumas sort of turned it around and really started switching it on. So it should be a really, really good clash. And in terms of the Pumas, that is how they are looking this weekend. Quite a lot of rotation in the pack. A lot of big names missing. Devil Moritz and Simon Vestraft comes in. The Rudy Roots as well, new in there. So it's quite a lot of changes within the pack itself. The back line, a couple of positional changes. Devin Williams, who's been playing full-back for most of the Super Rugby Unlocked, will play at fly half. As well, a couple of injuries, which means that Tapiro Mafura comes off the bench and will be at full-back. Look out for Wayne van der Bank when he comes off the bench. He was particularly good against the likes of the Western Province, or the Stormers rather, when they had that really good game. So some decent coming off the bench. Chris September as well, the new acquisition, also looks quite an exciting player. But Ginter Smuts will start this weekend. So yeah, look, I mean, and the Pumas, in terms of the Pumas wings, Etienne Telliard, somebody who will look for work, always tries to get into the game as much as possible. He loves to run, as most wings do, and he has had some very, very good moments thus far in the competition. And then Captain Peter Janssen from Fury, Mr. Reliable, you know exactly what you'll get from a workhorse. He'll just tackle and run all day and try and lead from the front. And so it should be a really good game. And two teams which are probably low in confidence, but we'll look at this weekend as a chance to try and gain the confidence, learn how to win, try and get that sort of momentum, and then be able to take it into next weekend and try and see if they can cause an upset against the likes of a Cheetahs, or as Preston Province, they're not playing too well, Alliance. You know, there's a couple of teams which are out there for the taking. And I think that if these two teams can start putting on a string of good, solid performances, you know, it sometimes just takes one match, one victory, one moment to kind of switch a season around. And, you know, they're pretty much out of the conversation in terms of qualifying for top four, but they need to use this to try and establish themselves as teams, try and attract some talent, and to try and stop, you know, knocking on the door and maybe forcing SARU's hand in terms of possibly looking at a bigger competition moving forward and trying to get a proper either Currie Cup or Premiership or something within the country, which means that more than 4 or 5 teams are the mainstay of the country's rugby, and try and get to a stage where we've got 10 top teams. Because that's where I think we really need to go. We've got so much talent across the country, so many professional rugby players across the world. It's such a shame that we've got so few franchises, and there's such a massive gap between those franchises and the rest of the team. So let me know what you think is going to happen in the match below in the comments. Give me some score predictions. I'm going to back the Griquas by, I'm going to go by 10. I think they're just playing a lot. They're just making fewer mistakes, and I think if they start this weekend like they did against the Lions, then I think that they will put quite a few points on the Pumas, who in many cases have had to do a lot of damage control rather than sort of coming back into the match itself. But let me know what you think in the comments. Give me your score predictions as well. So I'm going to go Griquas by 10, so we'll see how that plays out. Thank you very much for watching. We'll have more previews of the matches coming up, so make sure you keep everything locked on Forever Sports. Subscribe, like, and share the channel. And I'll chat to you very, very soon.